this video, I wanted to give you a quick look at the workflow between lava and adapt. Here I have a lava model that's been already analyzed. It's the tutorial model. The goal is to take the gravity information from lava and transfer it over to adapt so that you don't have to recreate those loads manually. From lava, I'll export all of the information using the export reactions, and then I'll take that into a translator that will convert that reactions into a way that adapt wants to see it. And then so I'm going to export and just say lava, this is the name of this title here. So export, and that will create that. So from our help website, you'll see that we have a list of different topics, and one of them being exporting lava into Adapt Builder. So you can download this. We have a converter file right here. It's an exe, and if you download that, you can just launch right into it. So I'm going to pull that up here. It's called a lava to adapt converter exe. I've downloaded it, and when I launch it, it will open up a screen that shows us directly how to grab that file. So if I use the browse button, I can go find that tutorial right there, and it will create this is the tutorial reactions. It will create an output file automatically, sits right next to that original file. You can browse to a different location if you want, but then you can convert to adapt, and it will show you what it created based on line and endpoint loads. So we can open up Adapt, and before we get started importing, I'm just going to go into the load cases, and I did this just prior to opening this model here. I created a wind case in the positive and negative direction, as well as an earthquake case, so that gives us the ability to map those later. So I will go into this file, and I will import an XLS file. I'm going to go browse to that location, just making sure you have two types of folder files, like a point loads and a line load. So we'll browse here. I'm going to browse to my point loads location, grab that, and that will open that up. I'm going to set this to kips per foot. And then I'm just going to go to next. Now we get to see a laundry list of different things that came in from the lava file. So we can map those there. That's why I went ahead and got those mappings set up beforehand. So dead load, we have an earthquake load, we have a live load, we've got a live load again. If you wanted to add that, you could also, I think there's a roof live load we could have mapped properly, and then a positive and a negative wind direction. So you've got all of those mapped, and then we can push end, and they all come in. So that's great. You see it looks like the shape of our building that we used in lava. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm just going to go ahead and import this one more time using my XLS, and this time I'm going to bring in those line loads. So browse to that location, grab it. Then I'm going to just also make sure that it's kips per feet and set to line load. These are all just our bearing walls, so you don't have to map to any of the earthquake stuff, but or lateral stuff. So you just go to dead and live, and then we're going to go to live one more time, and I'll just push M. And then now I have both those there. So this now maps, if we just hover over, this is about the same thing as what we're looking at from the lava perspective. So let me just put them side by side. So you can see those are the point loads that are coming down from the building. The goal is to make this as easy as possible to move from a lava building directly into an adapt for slab and foundation design. Thanks for watching the video, and check out more on lavabuild.com.